Hey, what's up, folks? This is Taryn Kingdom Acres Farm out here on a beautiful sunny Saturday. Going to take care of some chores. Actually, going to do a few things today. At least that's my plan. We'll see if the Lord wills it. But we got a bunch of berry plants. One, two, three, four, five, six. I'm looking at them right now, just past the camera, and they're starting to grow out on the ground. And we got to get them up on a trellis. Put up a trellis what, a week or so ago, and got to go ahead and get them on there so they can, vine out and start producing berries next year. I actually got a few berries this year, but this year is not the year they're supposed to produce per se. But we expect an abundance of berries, blackberries in particular, next year. Then got to cut the grass, and so we may have two more mows this year as we go into now into the fall. And I got to go out and treat the bees. So I'm going to try to capture all of that today if I can get to it today in one video, and we will see how it goes. All right, let's do it. All right, folks, we are out on the farm, out near where the berries are at, and we got our little raised garden bed area right there. And I got some helpers. I think you can see them. Are you in the camera? Yep. Um, so got two little ones helping me out today. You guys want to introduce yourself?
Oh, my name is Kennedy Jones.
My name is Kason Asher Jones. And Caden Asher
Caden, yep. So Kennedy and Caden, it's okay. Caden Jones, yeah, my helpers. So a lot of the videos I put out, I actually have help behind the scenes that are usually not on camera, and so today is a good day to have them on camera because they're actually helping. So I wanted you guys to get a fuller view of what really goes on out here and who's really doing the work, right? So today, yeah, so we got some blackberries here, a couple of different varieties. They're thornless. We got 6 of them here. We'll probably just finish them out down the row. At the very end, you probably saw in a previous video, we got blueberries, which are actually not doing well. So I don't know if it's the soil condition or what. If they don't do well, it's clear that the blackberries are doing well, and we'll just finish the whole row of blackberries. And it's about 100 to 125 feet. This row is, and so what we did was we put up a 6x6 post. I was going to do a 4x4, but given the distance and all the strain on the post, a 4x4 was not going to work, and so went ahead and put in a 6x6, and it's a 12 feet. Yeah, 12 feet. Put it 3 feet in the ground, so it's 9 feet up. Right here, I put on 2x4s, and I found out quickly when I put it on here because of the strain on the wire, because of the wire strain, I should say. These 2x4s are bending in. You can't see it from your view, but if you look from the side view, you can see them bending in. And so, I mean, at some point these may snap, and if they do, I'll just replace these with 4x4s, which will be solid enough to not bend and to really hold the pressure needed to tighten these wires up. And you can see on the top one, it drops down pretty significantly, and they were already bowed, so I can't even tighten it up much, or else I'm going to crack these 2x4s. So we'll leave it as is. Like I said, and if they crack um, and break off or whatever, we'll restring these and put up 4x4s. This is new for us. Never really ventured into this area before, and so I looking up videos on how best to train these. And I was thinking, send them up and let them hang down. But all the reviews and videos I watched said to just, coil them around the wire, and then berries will produce off of it. So we'll have bundles of berries here, a bundle of berries there, and the bundle of berries at the top on both sides. So that's what we're going to do today. The smaller ones, we're going to put on the bottom, and then the mid-sized ones, mid-length ones, we're going to put in the middle, and the super tall ones, we're going to string on the top. Probably have to get a ladder too, Ken. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started and see how it goes. All right, folks, so we are done with that. Looks pretty good. Not as crowded at the bottom as it was. You see we got an addition to the help out here. Come on over here, Kyra. And so you can introduce yourself. You didn't think you'd be on camera, did you? We're recording the whole
I
time.
was like, I'll be in the background.
Nope.
I am Kyra, the second oldest of the Jones clan. That's about it.
That's it. Cool. Yep. So yeah, so we got him up. So yeah, as you see, like I said, it looks much cleaner down there. Gives us the ability to get down and, put some mulch around if we wanted to without having to break the canes and whatnot. And so, yeah, now they're gonna keep growing, and we'll just have to come out once a week or whatever, and just keep training them out. Um, Hopefully next year they'll start producing like they should. So blackberries and blueberries they produce on second year cane. So this is the first year cane that grows out. It's much greener. Second year cane, which these will be next year, will be the ones that will produce the berries. And then during that same year, while it's producing berries, it's also shooting out new canes, new first year canes for 2026 in this case, that will produce in 2027. And so that's the kind of the way it works. And the third year canes are the dead ones, so they only last really 2 years. The third year, they're dried up and dead, and you just cut them back, and um, so that energy can be pushed towards the new plants. So the new vines, I should say. So yeah, we're good. We put a couple of them at the top because they were so long, but the rest of them we'll probably keep down low and see how it goes. So that's it for that. Um, I guess it's time to go and maybe look at the bees. All right, folks. The second task for today is to treat these bees. So we got 4 active hives over here. This probably won't be my last inspection or my last time coming out to the apiary, but pretty close. Maybe one more visit after this. I would say almost definitely not 2 visits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be treating the hives for varroa mites, and basically it's a thymol-based application that are safe for the bees, but the mites don't like them. And the mites attach themselves to the bees, feed off of them, inject diseases and whatnot, and so the bees will thrive and make honey fine throughout the year. But the problem is in the what I call the dormant season, the cold season, the winter season, which we're venturing into in the next month or two, a couple of months. Um, that's when the mites really start affecting the bees negatively. In many cases, and we've experienced this ourselves, uh, the colony doesn't make it. Right, you go in there and they're all dead, and you have to kind of start from scratch for that colony. And if you only got 1 or 2 hives or 1 or 2 colonies, you're done. Right, you're starting totally from scratch. Hence the reason why I got 5. It ended up being reduced to 4. Just the bees just did that on their own. But yeah, so I'm not anticipating any losses through the winter. I'm expecting all 4 to thrive and to make it through winter, and then boom, this burst with activity, start foraging and making tons of honey in late spring, mid to late spring. So we're gonna treat them so they can, make it through winter. And what it does is the gel. I'll put a little gel pack in there, and you'll see me handling that. I'll open it up, and the bees, they're very clean, very hygienic. And so they'll go and get that gel out of there because they're like, hey, this gel don't belong in here. But it gets all over the bees. It starts to spread throughout the hive as they're walking and tracking and trying to clean it out, and which is a good thing. And what that does is it spreads the scent in the gel throughout the hive, which the mites don't like. They die, they drop off, and then problem solved. It probably won't get 100% of them, but it'll knock them down significantly enough where the bees can actually thrive and make it through winter. So I'm going to knock that out. And in order to apply this treatment, you have to remove the supers. So I'm going to put on some gloves, chemical gloves, because I don't want that gel to get on my hands. And yeah, take off the supers because we certainly don't want the bees tracking this gel all over the supers where the honey is at that we're going to be eating. So I don't know if they finished those frames off at the top of those 3 hives, but whatever's remaining, if it's fully capped, we'll take it and extract it and eat it. If it's not fully capped, I'll leave it out near the house, and the bees from these hives will go and grab the honey out of it, or the nectar, and then bring it back into the hive. So here we go. All right, folks. I'm gonna wrap up, clean up in a second, but yeah, I mean we're looking pretty good. So you see the first three, I went ahead and reduced them. I'm sorry, the first two I reduced them, and the third one that had a super on it, they're almost fully capped. So what I'm going to do is okay. Message came up. What I'm going to do is let that one stay because the frames that I pulled, some of them weren't fully capped off. So I'm going to leave that out. Let the bees pull that unfinished honey and then put it back in this hive. My hope is when I do that, the bees from this hive, this first one right here, will actually use that to finish filling up those frames that are in there, and then we'll probably have a full medium box of honey we can take for ourselves. So you figure 3 pounds per frame, it's about 30 pounds of honey. So I'll come back, let them do that, finish that out for another week, and come back next week and then treat that one. And so it'll be a stagger. So the first two I treated, starts today. So this first one right here will be a week delayed from the other ones, but that's okay. I got a log that I keep track of all of this stuff, so I won't forget, because if I don't write it down, I will forget. So that's all for this particular task. The next task is to cut the grass. It's actually not too bad. I'm still going to go over it anyway. What I did notice, though, is these beauties right here. It almost looks like weed grass. I tell you, these bees, a couple of them were feisty. Tried to get me. It's a good thing I got the suit on. But these, I saw over by the raised garden beds, these flowers too. And it was a couple of honeybees over there foraging them. So it must be some nectar in there. So I'm kind of hesitant to cut the grass because I don't want to cut these when they're eating from it. So what I might do is cut, most of the grass, but leave a 1-2 acre patch just for them to, draw nectar from. So, because I don't, you let this grass grow too much and you got, 6 acres of grass, it gets to be a lot. And the mower bogs down and it just takes a long time to cut. So, yeah, I'll definitely cut some, but I may leave, like I said, a couple of acres, maybe 1 or 2, just to let them forage because I don't want them to starve. And right now we're getting into the season where it's going to be hard for them to find stuff. So the more I can leave out for them, the better. So, all right, to the next task. All right, folks, this is my last chore, I would say, for today. This is actually the second day. I only got 2 of the things I wanted to get done yesterday, but all good. Like I said, as the Lord wills, we do. So we took care of the bees, treated them. Actually extracted a couple of bottles of honey from some extra frames they had in there. And yeah, got one medium box, probably about 10 frames of honey, close to it if not, that I'll pull next week, and it'll close it up for the winter. Won't even go back in there at all, except to finalize the treatments. But yeah, about to cut the grass. Gonna get most of it, probably about 5 acres today, and then I'll get around the bees probably tomorrow after I get off of work. But yeah, got the Toro Titan Max. This is the Havoc edition, right? And so you know how we do sometimes, right? We get what we need, but a little extra. And so that's what this is. The Titan Max. I needed the Titan Max because this one's rated for 7 acres, which is about what we're cutting. And but I got the Havoc edition. It's all blacked out, bigger tires. You know, like I said, you know how we do. So yeah, gonna go out and do it, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. I actually enjoy cutting grass more with this bad boy. It's like I'm having fun, like it's a toy driving around. So push mower was not as fun, right? Didn't like it. Did it anyway because I had to do this because I have to, yes, but it's also fun. So put the podcast on, you know, listen to some word or some music, and just chill out for a couple hours. That's it, y'all. Be blessed. Take care, and I will see you next time. Later. Oh, and real quick, you see, we ran out of adult masks, so I got this little baby mask on with the colors and balloons and whatnot. But it is what it is. All right, take care.